Y'all ready? Okay.
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay. Thank you. Just wanted to take opportunity to get out a little bit of information about the events of this morning. At about 6:30, the Huntsville Fire Department was dispatched to a report of smoke in the area. The Huntsville Police Department had reported that there was heavy smoke in the area and were unable to locate anything. Huntsville Fire Department units arrived just like 3 minutes later and found heavy fire issuing from one of the cell blocks. And we called in mutual aid companies from Montgomery County ESD 1, which is Willis, Walker County ESD 2, New Waverly, Crabs Prairie Fire Department, Riverside Fire Department, Dodge Fire Department, for personnel and apparatus. We began our fire attack operations, and we do currently have the main body of fire knocked down. We're still working on a little bit of fire extension in the main administration building up on the 3rd floor. And we're doing some ventilation operations, and Walker County Office of Emergency Management is also on location. TDM is on location. I've contacted the State Fire Marshal's office, and this is going to be a pretty extensive mop-up operation.
When did the call come in? Who said called it in?
I'm not sure who called it in. It came in like 2:29, right at 2:30 in the morning.
Could you talk a little bit about the inmates inside here, how many there were, how many were evacuated?
I have the public information officer with TDCJ, and I will let her address that. Do you have any other questions for me? I'm the fire chief with the Huntsville Fire Department. I'm sorry?
Do you believe that an inmate started this
No,
fire?
ma'am, I have no information to confirm that in any way.
So you guys don't know how it started at all?
No, ma'am, we're still trying to get the fire under control, really.
What part of the building again?
I don't have an exact spot. I'd really hate to comment on where the fire started at this time. We're still trying to get a handle on. We're still trying to get the fire under control, really.
How long will you guys be out here, you think?
We may very well be out here till up in the day today, depending on what the mop-up operations look like once we get inside the cell block. We're inside the administration building right now trying to get that kind of cleaned up a little bit. Once we get over in that cell block, we'll have to see what that looks like.
You talk about extensive damage.
Okay, one at a time. Go ahead.
Talk about the extensive damage. Can you talk a little bit more of what you're seeing right now inside as far as damage goes?
No, I can't comment on that. I just know that the guys are doing, the guys and gals are doing mop-up operations inside.
Do you still have active flames anywhere in there, or is it pretty much?
I would say that it's still an active event. We're still chasing some small fires in some concealed spaces and trying to get a handle on those. It is still an active event.
How many agencies responded out here?
I just went through them a while ago. It's 7 or 8.
When do you think that the fire will be controlled and that you'll just be working on, like as you said, mop up? When would that happen?
Okay, I feel comfortable saying right now we have the fire controlled.
Yeah.
We have the fire contained, okay? It's not out. We're not going to call it extinguished just yet.
When would that roundabout be?
I'm going to take a guess, take an estimate, and say in another hour or so we'll have a pretty good handle on that.
How many firefighters estimate total are out there?
I'd have to check with our accountability officer to get that exact number, but there are quite a few.
Describe the complexity of this building and maybe any difficulties that firefighters have come across as they've been battling these flames.
I will say that Texas Department of Criminal Justice has been very good to work with as far as giving us access and making sure that their residents are secure and not in our way, and we have free access to come and go out of the facilities as needed. So those have not created challenges.
Is this the first incident of its kind here at this unit to have happened?
No, ma'am. fought several fires in the prison units over the years.
Is this the worst of
Haven't been inside yet. We've had some pretty bad ones. Yeah.
Can you talk about, I know it's a really large facility, can you just talk about what is in that part that's mostly on fire?
I will have to refer that to TDCJ.
Do you know exactly what roads are blocked off at this time? How long those are kind of blocked off?
It's going to be the roads right in the block radius of the unit here, and they'll be blocked off until we complete what we're doing here.
So you said she could talk about the inmates now?
Yes, ma'am. I don't want to comment on that piece of it. Anybody have any other questions for the fire department?
Other complexities or any things that have been made difficult for firefighters in terms of this fire? Or has it been standard?
No, ma'am. We've had some aerial operations going that's pretty standard. This is the type of things that we train for. So we're good.
It's a historic building. Is it a loss, though, do you think?
No, sir, I don't think so. The admin building, I haven't been in the cell block that was damaged.
Can you state and spell your first and last name and your title real quick?
Greg Mathis, GregMathis, and I'm the fire chief for the Huntsville Fire Department. Yes. Anything else? I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Hernandez.
Hi, Amanda Hernandez, Director of Communications for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. So as he said, around 2:30, started to notice this. It's currently contained at the time. As he says, what we believe is that the attic of the west building and the attic and third floor of the administration building to be impacted. Approximately 655 inmates have been evacuated onto a secure location in this facility.
Sorry, say that number again?
655. Right now, there's no injury, so everyone's safe. If needed, we do have the capacity throughout the state to transfer inmates if we need to, but we don't know if that's needed at this time. And really, we just want to say thank you to all of the first responders and all of the staff here for the quick action for this.
How did it go up from 320 to 655? Is it within an hour others were accounted for?
The first number was just our initial number, and then I believe we just had to evacuate a few other areas for precaution.
Did it spread to those areas? Is that why they were evacuated?
Not sure at the time.
Obviously, you're prepared for a situation like this, but also talk about the procedures and complexities of moving these inmates to a secure location while this is happening.
Yeah, I mean, the staff did a great job. When they noticed it, we started the evacuation procedures, and we were able to just evacuate to a secure location, this facility. So we were prepared for that.
What does that look like in the prison when they're trying to get people out of their cells to another location? Can you kind of describe that a little bit?
Can't speak to that.
Can you talk about, were any of the inmates in danger any time? Were there inmates in that area where the fire started?
So it's more contained to the attic. So we noticed it, and we were able to get them out, and everyone's safe, no injuries.
So were they in that area or not?
They were in the housing area, and it was in the attic. But again, everyone's safe. There are no injuries.
Any word on future expeditions?
So the next one, I believe, is scheduled in October. We don't see any impact to this at this time.
Could you talk a little bit about what this facility is, who's housed here, that sort of thing?
Yeah, so this is the historic Huntsville Unit, right? It's 174 years old. It has a current population of about 1,600 inmates. We have some of the factories here, different programming.
So what happens now? You guys are checking the inmates, making sure there's no ventilation. What happens?
Yeah, so I think right now we're just assessing the damage, just making sure everyone again is safe. We believe they are. If we need to transfer them to a different facility throughout the state, then we'll absolutely do that. But right now we're just assessing and getting a plan to move forward.
And everyone's accounted for.
I can't speak to that. I can't speak to that. Not sure.
And everyone's accounted for.
Everyone is accounted for, yes, and everyone's safe.
When you're moving 655 inmates, was there any concern about escape, or were there any close calls?
No.
Do you think an inmate started this?
Again, we can't speak to that right now. Right now we're just trying to make sure it's contained, everyone's safe, and then we'll do an investigation.
Can you talk about the type of inmates that are
I don't have that information. Thanks. Sir?
Yes.
Yes. Anything else?
And you said all 655 that have been evacuated are still here for now.
Yes, they're still here. They're in a secure location inside of this facility. And if they need to be transferred throughout the state, then we are prepared to do so. All staff are safe as well. And again, I just want to thank our first responders for their quick assistance, also our staff as well for their assistance.
So will TDC be investigating this or not so far? Like the cause? Are y'all working together on
I believe we would work together.
Okay.
Yeah.
State facility.
Thank y'all.
And what we're seeing here, like, tell us what you're seeing that's
Right there in front is the administration building, and behind is the
Sorry, can you speak into the
yeah. So
microphone again?
right in front of us, the front part is the administration building, and behind is more of the housing areas.
And you said the extent of the fire is in the administration area, the attic there, is that what you said?
The attic and third floor of the administration building, and then the attic of the west building.
Which part was where the inmates were? Both?
The west.
The west side.
Thank you.
And what percentage of the facility is that? Like maybe a quarter?
Wouldn't have that information. Thank you.
Any members of the community, as they might have any fears about what's happening and even possibly getting out, like who would you say to them they're kind of concerned about this?
To the family, so we
the
said?
community itself.
To the community, that we, obviously we have the fire contained. We're working to make sure that we put it out and everyone is safe and accounted for. So no worries. Thank you.